Soon. Hello, Anna. How are you today?
Hi, I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Great to see you. Lots to talk about. Congratulations on the film. Okay, I don't know about you making it, but me watching it, I needed to get out of my house. I felt so claustrophobic. What was it like for you? Well, first off, when you were you are no stranger to the sci-fi genre. You do so much of it, so it's like old hat for you. But when you were approached with this and given the script, knowing what you were going to have to do, did you freak out? What happened here?
No, the opposite. When I read
Ah,
it, I was like, "Oh, this will be fun." Um, just because, especially when it's a film and you see a concept like that, it's gonna be kind of like it's almost like going to summer camp with a bunch of people and just going in it's a great experience. So, and I got to speak with Seth and get to know him a little bit, and I just knew that it would be definitely challenging, but a rare experience in some of in the work that we do, because television is really not like that.
right.
You've got an hour in the day to do all of your scenes, and it's pretty comfortable, and you just go to your
Yeah,
trailer and have lunch
yeah.
and head home, which is great. But this was very different and very fun.
Oh, well, tell me a little bit about, first of all, she's a parasitologist. I didn't even know there were those people around, whatever. But this movie couldn't be more timely, obviously, because, hopefully we're just getting out of this pandemic and everything. But we've all been kind of, sequestered in our homes, not in that extent, what your character, Freck, goes through, but just about having this pandemic, having this disease, and it's such a disgusting disease, like these things that, oh my God. Hey, COVID? Yeah, no sweat. I don't want this crap all over me. Oh, it was so gross. So tell me a little bit about kind of maybe even did you do any kind of preparation, to get into this?
I mean, what's really strange is we made this movie before COVID. So,
Right.
yeah. So, when it came out, let me tell you, that was weird because it was the premiere happened in the height of the pandemic at Sitges in Spain, and I
Yeah.
just remember seeing an image of the theater. I think they were doing like a really limited capacity group of people to come see the film, and I saw an image of the theater being prepped, and it's just people in hazmat suits.
Oh, that is weird. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, that's what we just, that's what we did. So yes, for the film itself, um, yeah, I mean, it's really interesting, like the career, the profession that she's in, the parasitologist. That's, I absolutely read a lot about that. And she's fascinated by it too. Um,
Right. Yeah.
by, things that grow on other things. um,
So gross, right?
yeah, it's so yeah, it was, just finding that that wonder and and excitement and joy, and that's what that's what she loves, that's what wakes her up in the morning, and so and then I thought, as gross as it is, it looked quite beautiful as well as it grew on the body, and that's obviously Seth's brain, like,
Yeah.
you know um but but yeah, it was a very, very strange feeling when the film came out after the pandemic started.
I can imagine. Yeah, yeah, little too close to home for sure. What was it like for you as an actor to be contained like that? And it's not even just being in that tin can thing, but your character wakes up, she's intubated, she's got water, damp. It's a gross thing. Like when we first see her in there, I just was like, my heart was thumping and I wasn't even contained. So even as an actor, look, you can cut, I want to get out, I got to pee or whatever you got to do. But what was that like to shoot in this environment?
Yeah, it was again, it was half challenging, half exciting, and really enjoyable and new.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like working with Kyla, our makeup artist, we became very close because she was very involved in the preparation for the day and kind of keeping me, um, you know, we had fake armpit hair. I growed mine out, but it wasn't long enough for camera. Although I did have, it was midwinter when I started the film, and I hadn't shaved my legs in like 9 months, so that worked.
I've
That's
shaved
real.
mine in 2 years, my dear.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever, right? Yeah, but I know. But that, oh wow, yeah, like that's
So
fail. That's crazy.
yeah, so I was like, oh, perfect, because when her and I were speaking, and Seth was like, oh, how do we want to do this? And that was one of those things. I was like, well, I've got great leg hair ready for you guys, so don't worry about that. And then we had had all this sort of nails. Our nails would, in the film, kind of start to come off because they're just so,
Right. Yeah.
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 um and yeah, and we were shooting in a warehouse type. It wasn't like a full studio. It was like a space, I think, that was offered to Seth to make the film, but it was really, it was drafty. Like, it was cold, it was winter in Halifax.
Yeah.
um so they set me up with like they built this little room in this warehouse with like a bunch of heaters and heated blankets, because I'm just constantly covered in water. And I
Wow.
would, yeah, and everyone was so great, but yeah, I would try and not I had to make sure I didn't have to go to the bathroom throughout the day, because
Not a
the
lot of drinking before.
apparatus,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
which a lot of people do, on Star Trek and all these shows. Once you
Sure.
get into your thing, you're like, I can't get out of it.
Yeah.
So it was definitely icky and gross, but I weirdly enjoyed doing all of it.
Well, like I said, I mean, yes, it looked fun, but yeah, you had to have had some fun doing it because and you did a great job because listen, you carry this film right through. And, here's a character that she's fighting for everything. She's fighting to get out. She's fighting for a cure. She's fighting for her relationship. Pretty intense stuff there, Anna.
Very, very intense. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. No, fast. It had that Cronenberg feel, I
Hmm.
thought. Don't you think that?
Yeah, I mean, I think Seth is really influenced by Cronenberg, and in fact, his son was, I believe, a story editor on the script, and so, yeah, there's definitely a lot of inspiration coming from there. I don't tend to watch Cronenberg films because they freak me out,
Oh,
but
okay, interesting, because I
I mean,
wonder. Yeah.
yeah, but I have to say, as an actor, it's really interesting to um, explore those themes in, textures and the sort of
Yeah.
atmosphere, and that's really what Seth was doing. So it was very, very interesting.
Yeah. As I said, like a lot of your career is based on a lot of roles in sci-fi and, and very popular shows. What is the fan base like? Because it must be so humbling to get responses on social media because that type of fan base is very concentrated. Like they like their stuff, they know what they want, they love their characters. What has that been like for you as an actor?
Oh, I mean, it's really great. The first sci-fi show and the first real TV show that I was a part of was a show called Defiance.
Yes.
That was when Twitter was just kind of starting, and um it was like the first, real live tweet world, where people would watch the show together, and it was this really new experience. Now it's so common, but I remember that feeling of, oh wow, we can connect with people in real time who are really invested in the show. And then, Shadowhunters is a show that has a really big following, and
Mhm.
I came into the show about halfway through the season. So then you get a little worried. Is this huge fan base going to like me? Are they going to hate the character? She's a
Right.
villain, all that, which I did get a bit of, but they did really like her as well.
Yeah.
And then with The Expanse, same thing. We've got this, an audience that is so invested in the show, and, you know, they really make you feel good about your work, which
Yeah.
is really nice. Sometimes you make stuff and then it goes out in the world and you're not there, so you don't know how it's, being received. So it's really nice to hear
Yeah.
all of.
I'm glad. Oh, well, that's great. Anything coming up next that we should know about?
Well, we have the CSAs coming up. I just did a show called For the Record.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yes.
that's and yeah, that's all that I've got right now.
Oh, I'm sure there'll be lots more, but
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
congratulations on that and best of luck for sure. So
Thank
thank you
you.
so much for your time, and I really, really appreciate it. And yeah, this was like, whoa, this is a good one. You did a great
Yeah.
job in this
Thank
film.
you.
So
Thank
lovely to
you.
talk to you today. Thank you for your
You
time.
too.
Okay,
Bye.
bye-bye. Thank you.